Next exciting thing, Suzuki Xtreme 4-wheel drive Cup. So, you up for it, Martin?
Well and truly, can't wait. Working flat out day and night to get both trucks ready.
Completely new format I hear?
Yeah, the format, we're going to be running each vehicle one at a time through, so we'll be able to tell who's in the lead, who's winning per hazard.
So the peer pressure is going to be magnificent. You've got the top trucks in New Zealand, one after the other, going on a hazard. You're not going to be able to sneak away in the corner of a rally site and do whatever you like. You're going to have your forefront right there, and you're going to have your peers watching you what you're going to do. You're going to like that?
Oh, I'm going to love it, because when you do it and succeed, it puts the pressure on them to have to do the same.
Yeah, that's dead right. Quite often you have, if the guy out in front is having a real good day, it puts a lot of pressure on the guys following. You have to do it.
Yep.
You haven't got that choice, have you?
It can psych you out, but that's what half of it's about. It's a psych game.
So the top class place getters, are they going to be invited?
Hopefully the top of the top.
So a 3-round series, the 2 that are confirmed, Hawke's Bay and Bay of Plenty. You'll be enjoy coming back to Hawke's Bay for sure, won't you?
Oh, fantastic ground down at Hawke's Bay. Great competition.
With the new format, with the your peers right behind you and you're running the competition, so your top trucks are all together, it might create a new way of scoring so that an up-to-date score sheet will happen, and you'll get the fluctuating people coming up and down from the bottom of the rung up into the top of the rung if they do well.
Yeah, well, that'll make it more exciting and bring the pressure on both ways. That I am looking forward to. The other advantage is we'll all be doing the course at about the same time. So the course becomes irrelevant in one aspect as we're all doing it at about the same time. So it hasn't altered too much with 50 trucks in between. So it really brings the pressure on and evens up the competition.
I know from myself, from my point of view of setting up hazards for a long time now, it'll create a lot more options for us setting up hazards. We'll be able to have nice long hazards. You have probably 10 as I can guess, and start them nice and wide so the more standard trucks can get 2/3 of the way through and then really create some action for the end.
Yeah, that's the general idea of which way we're going to go. We're going to try and run a lot more gradings per hazard. The other advantage is this time we'll be able to put a dig in near a hazard to alter, to modify it, to make it actually better and not rely on the natural terrain. So if something's going to improve it, we'll do it to make it more interesting for driving, plus obviously for spectators.
And possibly running a real-time type scoring so that as it's happening it's being updated and straight out on the grid. People will know exactly where everyone is.
And that we're certainly looking forward to. It brings added pressure and excitement on the day. So you know if you're off, you've got to pick your pace up straight away. Whereas if you compare to the normal series that we do, you don't know until you get to lunchtime. You might hear a whisper where you're going, but you don't actually know to the end of the day. So this is a different dimension into it, which is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It should be great fun and a lot of excitement. I totally agree. I've been trying for 5 years to get a remit in to change the way things go. But as you can probably gather, with so many people doing it, it's very, very hard to get a consensus for all of those people to go and do something different. The beauty of having this is it's running totally separate to the National Trial Series, so you're not affecting those people. So they can still go and have what they've done for the last 30 years, and that's brilliant. There's so much history there that we all know that history. But by having a separate series that you gain, all you do from the National Series is get the top 20 trucks and the invitational people and the wild cards, as you've mentioned. That gives you the chance to come completely separate and run in a completely separate format that's a lot more upmarket, a lot more professional about it. Yeah. So I think it's the best of both worlds personally, because it's not affecting the National Trial Series, and we don't want to affect the National Trial Series because there's so much history, and we're running this Extreme Series. I think it's all good.
We like the idea of being able to be a little bit more flexible on the rules and try a few options to see how they work. If they work well, we'll run with them. If they need modifying, we can modify it. We're not stuck hard and fast to the rules that we've got today.
And it also gives the hosting clubs a chance to get some more money in and and do something a little bit different.
It'd be very interesting with the prize money. I think it will make people drive a bit harder and concentrate a bit more. So really looking forward to it.
Sure. And I guess from the marshalling point of view, you can have 4 really trained marshals on the hazard, looking at each point as you go through the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the 60s. They can be right on the button and get it just right.
And that we're really looking forward to. Good, accurate scoring makes it better, takes the chance out of it. So you either make it or you don't.
And a lot of us hold basically club champs, which is it's an extreme form of that, isn't it? So
Yes.
for the hosting clubs, I don't think it's going to be a biggie. I don't know what I'll be doing, maybe pulling on these silly levers or just commentating. So make sure you come along, the Suzuki Xtreme 4WD Cup. See you there.